We want to get to some breaking election news. We've been watching the voting so closely today. We've got some new reports of possible voter intimidation in the state of Pennsylvania. Republicans are saying that 2 Black Panthers have been blocking the doorway at one polling location. Let's get to Rick Leventhal. He's in Philly for us. Rick, what are the details on this? What are you hearing?
Jane, I don't even know where to begin, but we have reached a polling place in the city of Philadelphia. One of the 2 Black Panthers who was allegedly blocking the door of this polling place is standing right over here, who then accused us of intimidating voters because we were here with a camera and a microphone. He didn't answer questions, but other people here have confirmed that another person in Black Panther attire was holding a nightstick, and apparently the concern was that they were intimidating people who were trying to go inside to vote. A Republican poll observer actually called the police. The police were here. We missed them. They came and they left. But that person who called the police is here. Why don't you tell us what step down off the curb if you don't mind. Why don't you tell us what you're suggesting was going on here?
Well, as I walked up to the door, we got a phone call that there was intimidation going on. And so as I walked up to the door, 2 gentlemen in Black Panther garb, one of them brandishing a nightstick, standing immediately in front of the door. As I walked up, they closed ranks next to each other. I'm an Army veteran. That doesn't scare me. So I walked directly in between them, went inside and found the poll watchers. They said they'd been here for about an hour, and they told us not to come outside because a black man is going to win this election no matter what. So as I came back outside to see, the nightstick turns around and says, we're tired of white supremacy, and it starts tapping the nightstick in his hand, at which point I said, okay, we're not going to get in a fist fight here, and I called the police. The police came, and they removed the guy with the nightstick.
The person with the nightstick was asked to leave, or they escorted him away from the polling place, which is what someone else just confirmed with me here inside. But the implication is you're telling me that the Black Panthers were there to intimidate white voters from coming to this polling location.
Or anyone who's not going their way. I don't know. A guy standing in front of a polling place with a nightstick is an intimidating factor for all voters. Maybe little old ladies don't want to walk through that.
We've heard of other tactics. This is the first time I've heard of Black Panthers being stationed outside of polling places. Now, the one gentleman who's still here, he is a poll watcher.
And he lives here.
And he lives in this building.
Right.
So he has every right to stand there.
Sure. And he can wear whatever he wants.
The other Black Panther, was not and is not allowed to be standing here with a nightstick in his hand.
Right. Well, you can't stand with a nightstick anywhere. A nightstick is a weapon, and obviously you can't stand with a weapon tapping it menacingly in your hand under any circumstances.
All right. Well, that's the situation as far as we know it, Jane. We've heard of other incidents across the city, including voting machines breaking down and not having paper ballots to back those up. We just visited a location not far from here where they had all 3 machines go down this morning for about an hour and 15 minutes, I'm told, but people did wait, most of them, and they are now voting there, and the lines have dissipated. I haven't made it inside here yet because we had a little bit of a skirmish in front of the door, but apparently there is voting going on here as well, and at this point, I guess anybody who wants to vote here, who's legally allowed to vote here, presumably can't vote here.
Rick, Jane. I know the Philly Police Department doesn't have enough people to man every single polling site in the city, but as far as you understand it, the police have come and gone. I mean, is there anybody there monitoring what's going on if some of those guys are still hanging around?
Well, there are poll watchers still standing here, and I'm not sure if there's still poll watchers inside, but we've been to at least half a dozen polling places so far today, and I haven't seen a police officer at any one of them, and I think that may be by design. They don't want a police presence necessarily to... That also could intimidate some voters, presumably.
Sure.
But we have not seen any police at any polling place, and this is the first we've heard of any problem that might require a police presence. The police did come, we're told. They did escort one gentleman out of here. The other guy has every right to be here, and he's still standing guard out there in front of the door.
Right, and it's true in polling places in some parts of the country, they actually don't want the police there on site. But if there has been a problem there, you wonder if they're monitoring it. Rick, keep us updated. Plenty going on there for you.
Yeah.
You're not going to be bored today.
Does seem